Every time I started coming at you with my super late thoughts on the ban restricted list update from 10th of November 2025. We had several different cards banned in multiple formats, so go right to it. So Vivi Ordnance Chair, Nemesis, Screaming Nemesis, then Prosthetic Memory banned in Standard, Heartfire Hero banned in Modern, so Pioneer, and then Entomb and Nadu banned in Legacy, and then High Tide banned in Pauper. So, anyways, to nobody's surprise, we had cards banned out of the Vivi deck, Vivi and Memory, and then Screaming Nemesis banned out of the Mono Red deck. Basically, they noted that Memory was a core part of his decks since it was printed. Mm. Even especially in Jessica Oculus, although that deck just wasn't really that oppressive. It was kind of a glass candy type deck. Almost, I mean, it was okay, but anyways, Vivi and Cauldron were the problems, and I think got to the point where a lot of people were just saying, like, out of Cauldron, Vivi, and Memory, two of the three at least need to be banned, which makes sense. And Cauldron didn't really do anything on its own up until Vivi came out. I mean, it was in like a Golgari or like Roots type deck, but that deck was pretty bad. Anyways, they noted that the Vivi Cauldron deck, which is way better than the rest of them formats, and then they banned Vivi to essentially make it so it was that card wasn't a problem anymore and we didn't need to worry about it. And then Memory was basically the same type of card as the Beanstalk, both 2 mana enchantments that drew you cards on ETB and just provided you late game advantage regardless. And anyways, they noted Winter Night Stories with Quantum Riddler were busted with Memory, and then with Nemesis, they noted that formats where aggressive decks were the best deck. This is unfun because it punishes soul decks and keeps them out of the format. And Nemesis is one of the best cards. I mean, it was one of the best cards in the deck, and it preyed on the natural predators of the red deck in mono in life gain. They noted that there are some red lists that forego Screaming Nemesis and instead run Slickshot, Show Off, and Wayline Residence. So those decks are just super glass cannon and easier to hate out, so it's no real reason to ban those. Anyways, the reasoning behind Nemesis, they wanted to give mono red players play in formats where the decks were hostile to mono red, but it was just the card pushed other deck like life gain decks and just like bigger decks out of the format because they didn't give them much room to move. Sorry, and then they noted that Vivi was a huge failure because of their inability to find how it tests with Soul Cauldron, and that when they were testing Memory, it wasn't really a problem when they were testing it, so they gave it Scholar in the same. They gave it Scholar, sorry, in the same set to make it good with Memory. And then because there weren't really any other strength synergies, they felt comfortable printing Memory at the rate that it was at. And then, what 6 months later in Duskstorm, we got FOMO, which was good. I don't even really remember that deck, like the Jeskai Oculus deck, really becoming too good until a bit later. Anyways, yeah, it's Memory. We don't really. And they did at the end of the section. They did note that we're going to be getting more frequent ban and restrict list updates. Which, to be fair, we're printing. They're printing a lot more cards into standard, so we need more frequent ban lists. Just standard had awful attendance. It was just like at multiple different stores, even the ones with the generous prize structures, you'd still maybe get like 6 to 8. Like people, 8 on a good day for standard. And I live in a city that loves standard, and people just aren't showing up. Anyways, Pioneer, essentially, the TLDR is it was basically mono red index that beat mono red. This deck was basically mono red and standard plus Rubber the Rich and then Reckless Rage. Anyways, so yeah, then Kamano Fights Kakazan's a really good card as well. But that was played most in standard. Then the only real thing is mutable. It's the strict upgrade to Soulstone Sanctuary. It's way cheaper. Modern, super diverse. You can play Belcher here. It was doing well a few months ago. You could play like Aspergorios, Amulet Titan. There's like Jeskai Blink is the Blink deck of choice right now, but there's also been like Asper Orza Blink list as well. There's like plus we're in modern RC season right now, so it's format's probably just fine. Anyways, Legacy got Nadu and Wind Wisdom banned. Basically, the problem with Legacy is they would warp the format around Entomb to try and save Entomb, and they were super slow to ban a bunch. Like they didn't ban Grief nearly when they should, and because of that, they kept Troll, Casa Doom, and Psychic Frog around for a while, which now is just kept in Tomb longer. I mean, she probably should have banned a while ago. And then Nadu got banned as well. I mean, they basically in this they noted that the Cephalid breakfast version of Nadu was probably just fine because it just won the game. But then, the Nadu mid range list just essentially presented a non deterministic win. So because it just was slowing down games essentially, it's similar to the Miracle's top problem. They also in here, I believe somewhere that they wanted reanimator lists to become like dedicated reanimator lists rather than just dimmer tempo lists that ran a small reanimator package, like 2 threats, 5 reanimation spells, 4 Entomb, so it's like 9 cards. 11 cards, I guess, technically. But yeah, I don't know, deck was just really good. So I don't know, and they, because I remember, like, sorry, Entomb was was unbanned in 2009. It wasn't really a problem up until a couple of years, past like 2, 3 years maybe, where it's just like, not only were the creatures becoming better and like homogenized threats, you just got like you just didn't really have to run much. People just realized you don't have to run much of a package. But anyways, I haven't really like hopefully standard becomes better. Now I think I remember how many people. I think like definitely more people showed up after the ban just because they're just looking. Like, Vivi scared people away. It was just again we got like maybe 4 to 6, maybe 8 on a good night for standard nights, and I live in a city that loves standard, but I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the ban.